Hello everybody. We are going to do a video I've been talking about doing for a long time, and hopefully will become a regular series. We're going to go through the first 5 pages of upcoming releases on Steam and see what's there and see if anything looks good or if it all looks like crap and possibly porn. We will see. Join me on the other side. Soundtrack, we're just going to ignore. I'm not going to worry about it. That's Hot Strip Escape Game. Why are they all so badly made in... Oh my god, what is with that mask? Alright. The game may contain content not appropriate for all ages. Yes, all about porn. Oh god, she woke up. She woke up to in the otherworldly. The monsters are coming after. Okay, we're done. We're done. We're out. We are out. Let's not talk about that one again. Alright, Tinker Racers. Is this like Micro Machines? Tinker Racers is a survival racing party game. Survival. Drive mini RC cars through tracks, build around the house with common everyday items, forget the finishing line and just try to stay in sight. Up to 4 friends can join forces and compete with each other on local multiplayer. Other than the survival aspect, this sounds pretty interesting. It's not about reaching the finish line at all. In this survival racing party game, the challenge is to stay in sight on chaotic miniature track. You want to be leading the race to be the camera target, especially because everyone that leaves the camera dies. Race with mini RC cars on tracks that your parents never allowed you to set at home. Beat frantic and angry bots to unlock new tracks. Continue the good work and you may be allowed to mess up with other rooms. What is with people's English? Damage your car as minimum as possible to increase your score. Remember how careful you were with your toys. This sounds interesting. Again, this would rely on price, but do you know what? I'm going to add that to my wish list so I can keep up to date on that one. Roads of Time. It's a fun strategy game about adventure and historical discovery. Save history from collapsing in time. A time travel adventure gone wrong. Brian and Pet are thrown back in time after miscalculation to the era of pharaohs in ancient Egypt. Evil Anubis's minions are terrorizing the people. Without a second thought, Brian and Pet charge forward to stop me. What is the gameplay though? It's like a board game of some sort, right? Yeah. Aether Field. Oh. This looks like a visual novel about schoolgirls. What if one day you gain the ability to control the elements, enter a parallel world where magic is a reality? The story seems to have nothing to do with the images. Now show me what you got. Oh god. And who can help him better than Gills, who calls his power to manifest? So basically he casts spells by having a boner. Follow the story of a group of 6 elementalists as they try to understand magic and themselves. An unusual approach to the concept of magic use and rules. Several choices that slightly personalize your experience. About 2 hours of gameplay, depending on your reading speed. See, a visual novel doesn't actually seem to be about having sex with people, so it might be worthwhile. Alright, Cyber Heart. Feel let your heart burst, immerse yourself in the world of colour violence and emerge victorious from it. Play in endless mode, discover something unusual and terrible during the passage. Boss attached. The fuck does boss attached mean? I'm out. I'm out. Alright, Jenga Online. Do you mean Jenga? They do mean Jenga. I'm assuming VR. Doesn't actually seem to be VR. Heaven's Tournament. Is this going to be our second prawn? If you love anime, fighting, and virtual reality or looking for a fun workout, then this is the game for you. Oh, it's just like a VR fighting game. Alright, well, I don't have VR, so I'm out. Mana Forge. This time I bring you guys a very small game that's endless. The game is very simple. You have a couple of options in the main game screen and you will use these options to navigate between missions. I'm out. You have not intrigued me enough to scroll down. Magic of Autumn. Magic of Autumn is a single-player card game with an overworld and everything in the overworld can be turned into cards. Are you going to show us a single picture of the card game? Right, I'm out. A Makoko nudity patch for free. And then there's Makoko, so we know this is going to have prawn in. I love how the nudity patch is first. A nostalgic arcade gameplay remastered, capture areas and save the girls from various troublemakers, comes along 24 unique bosses and their absurd stories. It's part of games like Volfight, Crix, Gals, Panic. Yes, all those classic games. Isle of the Conjured. Isle of the Conjured is an action-packed adventure. Collect magic and equipment to protect your world from the invading demons. Demon army known as the Conjured Ones. No. Anime War Modern Campaign. Is this just Call of Duty but with anime girls? Yep. Rule the Rail. Oh, is this like tracks but doesn't look as good? Fully functional model rail building game on your screen. Create and paint the landscape. Place the tracks, engines and wagons. Start the trains and create control sequences to direct them to the right tracks. Place houses, industrial buildings, lamppost plants, and all of the details to finish your model. Sounds a little bit too boring for me. 2D beat 'em up. Dark Judgment is a classic me against the neighborhood video game for your PC. If I actually did, we're gonna add that to my wish list just just in case that ends up being okay. Super Crystal Hunter, no. Trap, I do like top-down shooters. Trap is a survival shooter in which you must stay alive as long as possible in the fight against zombies. It's like a horde mode. Slay the Biggies. I'm noticing lady. Slay the Biggies is an anime-style hack-and-slash action RPG game with randomized loot and inventory system. So it's a Diablo of anime waifus. Got it, I'm out. Magical Diary Wolf Hall. Oh my god, that looked like Ultimate Underworld level graphics right there. Okay, a little bit better. Design your own wizard to attend a magical school, learn spells, explore dungeons, make friends, and find a date. Oh, find a date, nope, ruined it. Diesel Attack. Ooh. Discover Diesel Punk World, save yourself from diesel machines. You probably should have worked harder on your description there. Tiamat's Drink. It's a roguelite. Tiamat's Drink is a shoot-'em-up roguelite game inspired by the 16-bit era consoles. Fight against powerful enemies, defeat unique bosses, unlock challenging levels, and obtain extra powers. So get ready, don't forget to enjoy our exclusive soundtrack. I mean, just based on the pictures alone, the maps look too big and too empty. Dante's Bullet Inferno. I hate the pun, so no. Deadly Land. Explore the different areas of the map and look for suitable places to fight the next zombie waves. Get new weapons and upgrade them with attachments so you can defeat the ever stronger and faster zombies. Alright, so it's a zombie horde mode game and it's single player. I'm out. Banzai Escape 2. Banzai Universe continuation starring Rocky and Captain Benchai as Pascal special agents. Nope, can't believe you got a sequel. The Convenience Store. The Convenience Store is a J-horror game about a college girl on a night shift. Now, a Japanese horror game. I do like Japanese horror movies. An atmospheric, photorealistic graphic terrifies horror experience. VHS emulates look and feel of CRT screens. Oh, is it going to be more like... Not Freddy Got Fingered. Five Nights at Freddy's. That's not so interesting. I'll add it to my wish list, though, because I'm a little bit interested. Exist. You've woken up on an island... Oh, God. A handmade knife embedded in your leg and your memory is blank. You're hungry, thirsty, and confused, not knowing how you got here. All you can do is survive, gathering resources, build shelter, and eating whatever food you find to stay alive. So it's another survival game. Nope. Might be interesting, but nope. Era of Survival. Era of Survival is an open world multiplayer survival game currently in early access. Nope. Dirty Harry's Thunder Drive. I bet it's got nothing to do with Dirty Harry. Rip up the streets of Neon City. Yeah, Dirty Harry is definitely based in Neon City. As a one-car thunderstorm, your mission is to cause as much destruction as possible on the city's busiest highway. Your weapons, wrecking balls, dynamite, and the pure speed of your prized red stallion. So it's essentially Crash Mode from Burnout series, but that's all the game is? I'm intrigued. Introvert. There's gonna be prawn. Yep, nudity. Maxim Zaleski's new apartment is a whole different reality in which there's no place for outside problems, people, conversation, or any interaction at all. But this fragile, intimate world of his gets turned over by the appearance of a mysterious girl. Whoa. Let's stop singing that. Right, Lost Brothers. Brothers is a single-player, first-person adventure taking place in an abandoned mine. All you have is a walkie-talkie and a map. Explore a mysterious forest and a labyrinth of underground passages to rescue a mysterious lady. Why are they lost brothers? Asking for a friend. Our main hero, John, being torn apart by inner demons, goes to the forest where he lost his younger brother many years ago. Okay. This is sounding a lot like Firewatch, and I'm interested. Empire Live. Available pro-chainment. Empire Live is a real-time strategy game focused on online matches where you have to prosper your empire and fight your opponent with your magical power and your army to lead your people to the total domination. Alright, bad English, I'm out. Adore. Apparently one of my friends wants this game. Adore is a monster-taming action roguelite where the main character, Luca, is able to summon and control creatures to fight by his side in a simple and innovative way. You can customize your game style according to the creatures you capture. Each of them has different characteristics and abilities. Alright, we'll add that to the wish list. Super Hiking League. Super Hiking League provides tight jump, rope, bend, swing, win gameplay. Nope, I'm out. Fighter's Glory. Fighter's Glory, a 3D-style weapons-based fighter. 10 warriors compete for fame and fortune. It looks terrible. Guns of is a grandiose project from Streamworks and the highest-rated game according to Alexei Setsov is released on PC. The game was in development for almost a year and finally it can be released. A puzzle game. Beautiful 3D arcade with various levels and a developed system of complexity. I'm out. Game of Drones. It's a pun. Although I am looking for a new sports game. Football and drones collide in Game of Drones. It is a minimalist mini multiplayer game with a reduced futuristic look, i.e. we couldn't be bothered to do good graphics. And they're talking about the developers. I will add it to my wish list. Trouble is, if it's a multiplayer game, and nobody buys it, then you can't play it. Estonia, The Return of Yendor. It is free to play. The Return of Yendor is a classic fantasy MMORPG. The game features old school RPG mechanics such as highly customized characters, a high variety of spells, skills, and professions, complex quests, and a rich fantasy/steampunk setting featuring an intricate PK and PvP system. I'm out, but it is free. DCL the game. Doesn't this look a lot like this drone game? DCL the game is the official video game of the Drone Champions League, the world's leading series for drone racing teams. Fly the original tracks from DCL and experience drone racing like a professional pilot. Join the flying revolution. Okay, so this is actually like a proper racing game. I bet it's going to be really expensive. I'm interested though. It says on the wish list. Dead Time Defenders. Gun Lady. This game is a classic puzzle game with several levels of difficulty and beautiful arts. Yes, I think it's all about the beautiful arts. There's our first actual nudity. Have to get the prawns out. Girl Land. Okay, let's back out already. Good Night Night. A dynamic sneak and slash RPG that mixes procedural generation with handmade puzzles and a darkly humorous story. Featuring heavy-hitting deliberate combat, robust stealth mechanics, I'm glad it's deliberate combat, threatening enemies with unique movesets, and a vast array of game-changing items to discover. Is it a roguelite? Cute and fun adventure through the monster-festive floors of a mysterious spire with tons of items, weapons, crafting, various other systems. If you like human action in the RPGs, it says it's an RPG, so it looks like you just carry on through. We'll add it to the wish list. I am intrigued. Rolling Sky. I thought it was going to be a bowling game. Looks like Marble Madness. Rolling Sky is a ball running game that combines rhythm and fun. I'm out. I don't want any fun in my video games. Skull the Hero Slayer. Guide Skull on his quest to single-handedly take on the Imperial army and rescue his king from captivity in an action-packed roguelike 2D platformer for the ages. Giraffe and Annika. It's a furry game. Lovable cat-eared Annika sets off on a grand quest on the island of Spicker. 3D adventure and rhythm action. Why has rhythm action become such a big thing all of a sudden? Genres mesh in the lush, pastoral, and beautiful manga-inspired world of Giraffe and Annika. So which one's Giraffe? That's a giant crab with a mustache and a crown. It's ridiculous. Okay, it really is just a rhythm game. I don't know who this is. We do get to ride a sea turtle. Okay, you're there again. Are you the bad guy? And you just dress up in ridiculous outfits? Or are you the good guy? Who knows? You might be Giraffe. All right. Purely for the crab is going on my wish list. Crab with mustache wins every time. Phoenix Strike. In a casual game with a top view, you have to control military equipment from a quad bike to a tank. Only 4 types. So you couldn't just list all 4. During the passage of the location, no, I'm out. Deathpolis. Top-down shooter? I like top-down shooters. Deathpolis is an arcade-style fast-paced shooter. Take on a series of rooms collecting prizes and clearing out waves of enemies using guns and power-up abilities. The Crimson Diamond Chapter 1 is free to play. Looks a lot like a Sierra Online adventure. In fact, it looks a lot like the Colonel's Bequest. So much so, I'm pretty sure that was in the Colonel's Bequest. Follow amateur geologist and reluctant detective Nancy Maple, what is she, Canadian Nancy Drew, to the fictional ghost town of Crimson, Ontario to investigate the discovery of a massive diamond in this retro-inspired EGA text parser mystery adventure. God, it looks a shit ton like Colonel's Bequest. Even the color scheme and everything. Even this room. I'm out. Mission Indeed 2.0 FPS. Mission Indeed. Aim and shoot. Mission Indeed is a challenging 3D person shooter game. Oh, third person shooter game with amazing graphics. Clash with the undead zombies and a full of action war game. Single player? I'm out. Fully Broken, a unique post-apocalyptic RPG. Yeah, everybody says this. This looks like it plays like For the King, but it's got puzzle game mechanics and card games. I'm out. Triblues. Time management? Nope. Tag.io. Is this just a huge tag game? Join in the biggest game of tag in the world. Single player though, so shit. You had one job, and that was to make this online. Crash the game. Cash out all your winnings on in-game virtual items from weapon skins to mansions. That's your quick description of the game. All right, I'm out. You have not won my attention, sir. Sea Fishing Simulator with VR support. Go fishing in the North Sea. Well, that's blunt and to the point, but I'm not going to read any more. The Suicide of Rachel Foster. This sounds incredibly Cheery. And this one had a price, $11.24. Pre-purchase offer though, but it ends on the 19th of Feb. Also never pre-purchase. Coming back to the family hotel after years, a young woman finds herself trapped with the ghost from her past, and an old cellular phone is the only way to unveil a terrible truth. So far, very walking simulator. I do like walking simulators. 10 years ago, teenager Nicole and her mother left a family hotel after discovering her father Leonard's affair with and pregnancy of Rachel, a girl her own age who eventually committed suicide. Now that both of her parents have passed, Nicole hopes to fulfill her mother's last will to sell the hotel and make amends to Rachel's relatives. With the will and determination to put that chapter behind her, she returns to the hotel with her family's lawyer to audit the decaying structure. As the weather unexpectedly turns for the worse, Nicole has no way to leave the large mountain lodge and finds support in Irving, a young FEMA agent using one of the first radio telephones ever built. With his help, Nicole starts to investigate a mystery far deeper than what people in the valley thought. Terrible sentence. A story of love and death where melancholy and nostalgia melt into a thrilling ghost tale. Alright, it's on the wish list. Reach. I'm pretty much out already. The world is covered with mystery and horror. Everything is dark and the sky is blood-coloured. There is no sun, no night, no day. Everyone has their own time and it is unique. You need to reach the light to survive and return home. Welcome to the world of shadows. Blood-Branched Sakura. Blood-Branched Sakura is a stealth action game combined with a slasher in Japanese setting, including liters of violence and true killing tactics using different steel arms and long-range secondary accessories. You should learn how to use your space bar, and I'm out. Beach Anime Day. Oh god, I'm dreading this already. Beach Anime Day, a game that is a puzzle. The task of the game is to add up and get a whole picture from the pieces into which it is cut. Yes, that's called a jigsaw, and I don't know why you took so many words to say jigsaw game. I'm out. Time to stop time. A catastrophe is about to happen and you have only a minute to prevent it. Use your time-stopping powers to make the most out of what little time you have. It's intriguing. It's a first-person superhero action. You're given the power to control time and huge responsibility to save every innocent person from the imminent danger. There's only 1 minute to analyze the situation and navigate through a storm of falling debris, bullets and explosions. Choose your own solution for each situation and find the most creative way to resolve an imminent crisis. Alright, that could be interesting. That'll go on the wish list. Zyla and the Shrooms of Doom. What a great name. Zyla is a pink-haired hero, of course, who was raised as an elite forest agent. She realized early in her life that dedication to her jumping and shooting skills would lead her to success. Work with Zaya as she navigates the unpredictable terrain of the forest. Honestly, it doesn't look terrible. Ramiwo? Got a lot of puzzle games. The trippy and wondrous exploration walking simulator. Arty, surreal, different. Grant your brain some sweet meat. I was going to add it to my wish list until you said sweet meat, and then I was out. Roman's Christmas. Roman, the wolf detective, plans to spend his Christmas vacation in his favourite tavern, but murder cases happened in the tavern put him to work again. I don't think this is in English, so I'm out. Shadows of Larf. Do you want a larf? Unleash your blade and cleanse larf from beasts, men, or both. Are you attacking a child? Explore freely the realms of the lower larf and decide its fate. Shadows of Larf brings you to the joy to fight in a multi-stance based melee combat system with RPG elements. It sounds like Bushido Blade, but much bigger and interesting. Tower, what's this? Oh, it's a tower defense game called Tor. Well, it's going to be Tower or Tor. You would say Taurus, but then Americans would say Minotaur. I'm going to say Tor because I'm English. It's an action strategy sci-fi game. Control the prime cannon and unlock all of its powerful weapons and abilities. Build turrets, droids, aircraft, and more as you fight to protect the homeworld of the Tauran droids against a relentless invasion. Will your Tor stand against the Imperium war machine? I mean, it's tower defense. If you like tower defense, it looks alright. Stellar Commanders. Ooh, what's this? Conquer the stars in this straightforward multiplayer real-time strategy game from the creators of First Strike and become a Stellar Commander. Ooh. Now it says it's multiplayer. How is that going to work? Stellar Commanders is a fast-paced multiplayer real-time strategy game that pits players against player against player in a bid-to control of distant planets as part of an intergalactic war for precious resources. The speedy 1v1 battles see each player aligned with a different faction and choose units based on a deep roster of unlockable futuristic troops. From rockets, tanks, and stealth generators to bombastic orbital satellites, all of which will help determine tactical decisions. Alright, that's going on the wish list. That sounds like it could be interesting. Little Sherman. Is this about a tiny tank? Little Sherman is a third-person action tower defense RPG that takes place... Oh god, tower defense RPG, I'm out. Dreamo. The plane crashed, bringing an abrupt end to your journey. You regain consciousness in a strange lucid dream filled with interactive cube puzzles where a mysterious voice guides you through the changing landscape. What is happening? Who are you? Do you have what it takes to wake up? That's going to go on my wish list. That sounds trippy and interesting enough that I might be interested. Lamotte. Play as Lamotte, a squishy bioluminescent creature on a quest to overthrow the Master Moat. Possess, jump, and think your way through this beautiful 3D puzzle platformer with vivid visuals and quirky characters. It's definitely got vivid visuals. I'll put that on the wish list. I do like a good 3D platformer. Piscosse? Running away to any option, but beware it can also be your end. Nathaniel must go through a mysterious mansion while fleeing from something that pursues him, but ends up getting involved in an occult ritual that puts him on the threshold between reality and the surreal. I'm out. Okay, that was a look at the first 5 pages of upcoming games on Steam. I hope you enjoyed. I would appreciate some comments below to see what people think of this video as an idea for a series, basically. Is this something you'd be interested in watching on a fairly regular basis? And just think that through. And then I'll see if I can do things to make it more interesting to watch all that kind of stuff at a later date. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.